Join me as I walk the southwest coast path in Cornwall from the seaside town Looe to the village of Parr. I brave the rain along clifftop trails, taking in all of the gorgeous views, visit the gorgeous village of Polperro, and get on a ferry to the beautiful town of Fowey. 18 miles of amazing sights, steep hills, and the first video of my new adventure along the southwest coast path. Well, hello. We are back with another adventure today. We are walking from Looe in Cornwall to Parr in Cornwall, which is about 17 miles. I'm really excited, but the weather today, it's not the best. It really isn't. It is chucking it down with rain, and it's pretty much raining all day as well. So I'm currently in Liskeard. I'm just waiting for a connecting train into Looe. Looe is a lovely seaside town in Cornwall. I've got lots of memories from Looe. My partner's mum used to live here for a start, but I've always spent my childhood down there. And I actually did a walk here last week. I walked from Plymouth to Looe with one of my very close friends, and it took us hours, and it was so much fun. So I'm going to be doing the Southwest Coast Path. We're going to be seeing lots of lovely sights. I am going to be walking through beautiful towns, a lovely little seaside village called Polperro, which is one of my favourites. Look how old this station, waiting room is. It's so cute. It really, really is. But yeah, we're also going through Fowey. I have to get on a ferry as well. It's about 17 miles, I think I said that. And I'm just really excited. I have no idea what to expect with this. I've never done this coast path before. And the weather is probably not going to be on our side today. So hopefully it clears up a little bit so I can get some good filming in. I've still yet to get a waterproof camera. My camera that I'm using right now is not waterproof, so I need to be very careful in this weather today. But it feels like an autumn day. It really, really does. It feels like a proper autumn day. And yeah, I love it. I really do. I'm excited. I'm going to wait for this train. It should be in about 15 minutes. And I'll meet back up with you once we're in Looe again. And so we've made it to Looe. Very pretty little seaside town in Cornwall. I love it. I've got myself a flat white with oat milk and a cinnamon bun. I've already had a smoothie and a banana this morning, but I just need a little bit of sugar, I think, to pick me up, because I might be slightly hungover today. It was my birthday yesterday, and I went out for a really nice meal with my partner and my sister and her husband, and I had quite a few gins, so I am semi-hungover today. Not too bad. So this walk is definitely going to blow the cobwebs away, it really will. We're going to be heading over this bridge here. I can't remember what bridge that's called. I'll put it up on the screen now. So we're going to be heading over that bridge, and it will take us around onto the coastline, heading for Polperro, which I think is our first kind of town stop today. Polperro is one of my favourite little fishing villages. It is absolutely beautiful. Luckily the weather's on our side at the minute, so I think we're going to be okay. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to try and drink this, even though it is like molten lava. Eat this, and then we're going to make a start on the trail. the famous Nelson the seal. From memory, I've heard about that story before. And he was like this one-eyed seal who was friends with all the fishermen who used to come here for his dinner. Just think that's so cute. Nelson as well. What a name. But that's Looe. We're leaving Looe now. Always loved this like archy bridge thing behind me here. The water's also lovely in Looe as well. I mean, it doesn't look great today because we're obviously on a very grey day. But yeah, got a good beach over there. But we'll go in this way, so let's do that. The weather's taken a toll. I think it's going to be very on-off with the rain today. But we're on the southwest coast path and we're heading around the coastline to Polperro, which is where we stopped first. Just another little seaside village, town, whatever you want to call it really. But still very pretty. There's quite a few walkers out today as well. I've stopped and chatted to quite a few of them. But I think that's where we're heading now. We're walking around this peninsula here. And so far, I was just about to say there's not very many uphill, but I can see about 5,000 stairs. So, yay! Can't wait. We made it to the top of those very steep stairs. I had something to say, and I've had kind of second thoughts about my big walk that I had planned along the Cotswolds Way. Only because with it being September now, a lot of the campsites are shutting down until spring. And this is like a 6-day hike that I'm going to be doing. And I don't really feel comfortable just yet to do wild camping all along the way. So I'm holding off that big trip until the spring. But don't worry, I'm still going to be doing lots of hikes. And we're going to be doing lots of hikes on what I'm walking now, which is the southwest coast path, which is the longest continuous hiking trail in the UK. And it goes all the way around the Devon and Cornish coastlines. So I'm going to be breaking it down into parts and walking it for this autumn and winter. So that's going to be kind of a ongoing thing from now. I still want to get some like winter camps and stuff in on Dartmoor, but we are primarily going to be doing the southwest coast path, kind of recording wise for this autumn and winter, which I'm really looking forward to because this is my home and I've yet to walk, well, I've walked quite a bit the southwest coast path, but it's going to be fun kind of breaking it down into segments and trying to do the whole thing. I think the southwest coast path is something like 600 and something miles. I'll put it up on the screen now when I find it. So yeah, just thought I'd let you in on that. Still going to be doing the Cotswolds Way, but I'm just leaving it off until the spring. But yeah, lovely. Look at this lovely little cove down here. How gorgeous. Not one single person on that beach. Beautiful. Anyway, I need to concentrate now because I'm right next to some cliffs. So onwards. So we've made our way around the peninsula now. We're kind of heading towards Talland and Polperro. But this is such a beautiful walk, it really is. It's not too strenuous either. With the southwest coast path, as I've said, it's very up and down. And this walk is, but there are a lot of stairs. You definitely need to be careful, especially in this kind of weather. So you kind of need to use 100% of your awareness that way you're putting your feet and stuff, because it is quite slippery everywhere. So I'm making sure I'm kind of thinking first before I put my foot down. And if something looks a little bit dodgy, then try and work around and find a different way so I don't end up ass over tit, legs akimbo and then in the sea. Do you know what I mean? It's just not for me. That would not be a good look on a Sunday in Cornwall, to be honest. Getting saved by the Coast Guard. Don't speak it into existence, Aidan, please. Thank you. But yeah, we're going to head up this way. We're going to walk straight through those two areas. I might take a little breather. Not really hungry because I had that cinnamon bun back in Looe. But what I am going to do is stop in Polperro for a beer. Of course I am. It's me. You know what I'm like. I'm a beer whore. And yeah, so that's what we're going to do. And then I think I'll stop for some food in Fowey. But other than that, we're going to continue on. But yeah, look at this. It's such a gorgeous stretch of coastline down here. It really is. Look at that beautiful house up there. Oh, that'll do. Bloody gorgeous. So, just walked through Talland Bay, making our way around on the road to Polperro. But this is Talland Bay. Little cheeky cafe over there. I was tempted to stop, but I'm not that tired yet, so continuing on. Seems to be brightening up a little bit. I keep having to like roll up my sleeves to my waterproof. Luckily, this one here comes with like kind of armpit vents. So I've whipped them open. Oh my God, this is a very steep hill. I swear this robin has been following me for miles. I don't know if it's the same robin or not, but honestly, just keeps darting in front of me on the path that I'm going. Maybe it's somebody looking out for me on this trail. Oh my Lord, this is very steep. Again, never does it justice on the camera, but very steep indeed. I think we're cutting across this way anyway. Yes, we are. So, southwest coast path. Polperro is 1.25 miles. 1.25 miles, and I can have a beer. And what an absolute treat that is going to be. I feel very good. Considering how many gins I had last night, I feel particularly well today. Just look at the vastness of this coastline. I'm at a really high elevation as well. I've been climbing it and it's been hard, it really has. But so beautiful. Bumped into so many American hikers today. Good 5 separate couples and families. I know that this walk or this trail alone is very popular with American tourists. Mainly, I think, because of like literature, books from like Daphne du Maurier, TV programs like Poldark, that kind of stuff. It's all kind of set along these Cornish cliffs, and yeah, it's been really nice to bump into people from other countries along here. It really has. You've all been super friendly as well. I'm very curious as to what I'm doing with my mic and stuff. So yeah, it's been bloody nice. Anyway. This way to Polperro, probably just under a mile now. I need a pub. I need to sit down, I need to relax for a good half an hour and get a good pint inside me. That's what I need. So that's it. Onwards, upwards, downwards, pubwards. Pubwards? Yes, that's a new word. I'm going to make that up. I'm going to trademark that. Anyway, pubwards. Here we are, coming down into the gorgeous fishing village of Polperro. There are so many wonderful stories about pirates and smugglers and all kinds of stuff. And it's so lovely. I love Polperro. The streets here are just some of the most charming streets in Cornwall, I would say. Really are. So we're going to head down into the lovely village, grab a pint somewhere. Can't bloody wait for that. And I'll show you around the little streets a little bit as well.
this amazing cottage, which is all seashells kind of rendered into it. It's so cool. Eddystone Lighthouse. Wow.
I've got a feeling we have a route. We'll get through, we'll be alright.
Cheers, loves. That has hit the spot. I do love Polperro. It's such a beautiful fishing village, it really is. Quite busy today, because it is obviously a Sunday. Yeah, there's something special about this place. That was a nice little stop in Polperro. Nice beer. Love that little village, I really do. So we're back on the coast path, walking around the peninsula now, heading to Polruan, which is where we get a short little ferry over to Fowey, which again is another one of my favourite places in Cornwall. So we're going to be spoilt for choice today. Once we get there, I'll take you around Fowey a little bit as well. I think you would have seen Fowey because that is where I ended my Saints Way hike. So the first ever video that I put up on the channel. Such a beautiful place, it really is. And I'm going to get some food there. Going to get some calories into me. Craving, as always on these hikes. Look at that. Look at that beauty. Craving something salty, but I do want to get something with veg. It is a Sunday. Fingers crossed I can find somewhere where I can get a roast. Now I haven't booked anywhere, so we might fail at that, but that is what I want to do. Look at him go down there. A little bit of water skiing. That'll be a great way to see this coastline. Thought of the day for you as well. This has just kind of come to me. If these kind of walks inspire you to kind of get out and do what I'm doing, which I really hope that they do, don't feel that you need to have kind of access to your own vehicle, a car. I don't drive. I get to these places via public transport. I get trains. I'm lucky because of where I live down in the southwest of England. Public transport's good as far as I'm concerned. Expensive, yes. But I have access to coastal walks like this one I'm doing now. Countryside, moorland, all within easy reach to myself. And my base point where I start each time is my house. And I'll use my legs to get to the places that I want to be. So don't think that you need your own vehicle to be able to get and enjoy the world around you. I get here by my own means, using public transport, and it's very accessible to me. It might be different in your area, but you can still get outside and enjoy whatever your outside is and what it has to offer. So I hope it does inspire you, and I've heard a few of you say it does, so that makes me very happy. But yeah, just wanted to get that little bit out there. Ooh, that was a bit of a dicey moment around there. There is a very steep drop down in that area. Again, won't do it justice, but wow. I was holding on for kind of dear life then, really. But that whole way, a little white butterfly was following me. So maybe the butterfly was helping me with this dicey edge. This is right on the edge of the coast path here. So it definitely feels a bit dicey. It really does. Very much does. So using all of my walking knowledge and peripheral vision. So I think I should stop talking to the camera and concentrate on not falling down this cliff here. Just look how close this trail is to easily probably a 300-foot drop down that way. I'm getting jelly legs, and all I'm on is this tiny little path trail off to the side of it. Please, no landslips, nothing like that, thank you. Not speaking it into existence. Onwards. And here's that white butterfly. It's showing me the way. Look, it's been following me for this whole cliff. It's helping me. It's got a side quest for me, and I shall partake. Oh God, it's slippy here. Oh my God. Look at this drop down here. My Lord. Look at this beautiful view. These rolling cliffs. Ah, so gorgeous. It's very windy up here. The wind's starting to pick up, but at least the rain has died down. Gorgeous. Met some lovely hikers just coming through this area, and they said that this bit's not too bad, but I just pre-warned them about where I came from. They're going to have it easy because they were going down rather than up. But yeah, I love the community around hiking. I just love it. It's one of my favourite things about it, to be honest with you. Just seeing so many friendly faces out doing exactly what I'm doing. And you kind of have this sort of, I don't know what I would call it. It's almost like a camaraderie, really. You both know what you're doing it for. There could be other reasons, of course, everyone's different. But I don't know, I just love that. I love that about any kind of like outdoor aspect about living in the UK. Like even down to like dog walking, you like walk past dog walkers, you're like, hi, hello, lovely dog, oh, he's so cute, like, and it's the same sort of thing with this. Love that. I do love that about us Brits. I really do. Yes, anyway, walking down this beautiful but very steep coastal path. Continuing on, getting a bit hungry. I need some energy in me, and I have just spotted, I don't know if I'm going to be able to point this with this stick, there's a gorgeous little bench around about there with a great view. So I think I'm going to stop there for 10 minutes and get some energy inside me. That's what I'm going to do, darling. Look how pretty. Beautiful little tiny waterfall that meanders all the way down like a little stream. And it takes it all the way to like a little pebble beach. Bloody cute, that. Very cute. We're further along now. We're about 3.5 miles to Polruan, which is where I get the ferry. And then that takes us over to Fowey. How longer? We've got about 8 miles left out of the whole hike until we get to Par. We are now going up into this field, and I did spot in the field a rather large bull. And what colour am I wearing? Yes. So let's hope said bull doesn't feel like chasing a homosexual along a cliff top, because I will be running. Yeah, can't say I'm looking forward to that, but hopefully it just stays away from me. So let's see what happens. It's okay, we're alive. There is said bull up there, and then I had to literally run all of this little trail here and then jump up here. He stared at me the whole way, but he seemed pretty not asked, to be honest with you. He was not asked, but that still scared me. Imagine a bull chasing you and you're like this close to a cliff on one side. My lord, I was running. Oh, check out that gorgeous view behind me. Look at that. So we've came up and down all over those cliffs, all the way back into the mist. Starting to rain again. Story of this walk, really. But we've got about 2.5 miles until we get to the ferry now. And yeah, nothing much to say. I just wanted to show you that epic view back there. Gorgeous. There's a bounty of blackberries along this trail here with a gorgeous beach down yonder. You might not be able to see it very well because it's absolutely pissing down. This is the heaviest the rain has been all day. Honestly, sorry, I've been eating the blackberries as we've been going. But yeah, it's really windy up here as well because it's so exposed. So I am getting battered by the elements. So I'm trying to be careful with my camera because obviously, as I've said, it's not waterproof. So I need to be careful. But not much longer until we get to the ferry. So fingers crossed the weather won't get as bad as what it is now. We're about 1/4 mile away from Polruan now. I got lost. I took a wrong turning and I ended up doing a bit of road walking instead of by the coastline, which I don't mind at all. I love that. It's a little country lane, but the weather, it was so rainy. It's still raining a little bit now, but I've just been walking for like 2 miles really with my head down just because it's been raining so hard. I love the rain. I'm not fussed at all. I'm currently on a little tiny footpath, very narrow, very overgrown, full of stinging nettles, so my legs are stung to hell. But we're going to get down into Polruan to get the ferry, hoping that the ferry is there so we can just get on it and get across to Fowey because I need some food. I'm really hungry now. I really hope I can get a Sunday roast. Fingers crossed for me, please, because that would make me very happy. But if not, I'll find somewhere to eat, hopefully. I also need to get to a shop as well, so let's hope there's a shop open on a Sunday in Fowey somewhere. Anyway, onwards. You can see Fowey coming into view now. It's very far in the distance and it's very misty, so you might not be able to see it too well. But there she is, beautiful Fowey. Let's get down to the ferry, shall we? Well, we made it, but I've just missed my ferry. That's just my bloody luck, really. I'm going to see how often they are, because if it means it, I might even try and get some food here if they're like quite often. Let's have a little look, shall we? It doesn't really say, but it does go on until 9 this evening. I think what I'm going to do, head to the pub. Sorry, you probably can't see me. It's probably all dappled because of the water. I'm going to head to the pub, maybe get a drink there. And see how often the ferry comes. And then we can make our way to Fowey. Just ended up having a little drink in that pub waiting. The bar lady said that it's like every 15 minutes the ferry, so it's not too bad. Not too bad at all. Maybe missed the second one as well because I was in there for about 20 minutes. And I can't really spot where it's coming from either, really. But this is where we're heading over to the other side. That's the thing with Devon and Cornwall. There are many like sort of small ferry services everywhere because obviously it's a coastline. There's lots of like different towns and stuff onto each coastline, but yeah, I shall report once the ferry gets here. Made it to a pub. Didn't manage to get a roast dinner, but I'm gonna get some parmesan fries and some bruschetta instead. Not too healthy, but healthy enough. There's some live music going on in here tonight. Luckily, most of the tables are reserved, but I managed to find one table that wasn't. We've got about another 5 miles to go. It's 6 o'clock, 10 past 6. Didn't really think this through too much. I haven't bought any kind of lighting with me, apart from my little torch on my keys. And I fear the rest of the trail is going to get a little bit dark. So we're going to be hiking in the dark today. Maybe. I might be just lucky. So hopefully that happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen, actually. What am I on about? But I love this pub. I've been in this pub so many times. This is the Ship Inn in Fowey. I used to bring Blue here all the time with Tom. But yeah, it's a really cute place, it is. So I'm going to wait for my food, drink this beer, and then what I'm going to do is try and do the fastest hike that I can to Par, because it's going to be Clifftop walking in the dark, so I didn't think this through properly. My mistake, but hopefully I'm going to be okay. Anyway, cheers, loves. I'm going to enjoy my pint and eat. I'll show you my food when it comes out as well. There we are, leaving Fowey now. Food was good, just nice little snacky bite. Given me enough energy to do the final 4.7 miles, which should take me around just under maybe 2 hours to get to the station. It is 10 to 7, so we are kind of pushing it for lightness. We will be going through some kind of darkness today, tonight even. So I've got a tiny little torch that is usually on my house keys. So hopefully that's going to be enough to kind of get us through some darker patches. I need to remember we're changing seasons now. It's getting darker, you know. It's usually around about 8:30 it sort of starts to get darker. So we've got that to handle now. Should be fine. We should be absolutely fine. But anyway, here we go. Onwards, downwards. Let's see where we end up. Well, it's kind of starting to get dark already. It's definitely something to do with the weather. It's very cloudy, so it almost feels darker than what it actually is. We are on Love Lane. If you remember from my Saints Way video, we came through this way to get down into Fowey to go home. That was the finishing point, whereas this one is the kind of starting point, really. I can't remember what way I have to go here. I think it might be upwards. I'm going to find out first. My camera's not going to do it justice how dark it's getting. But yeah, the Saints Way at night is a lot different to how we did it when it was during the summer in the sunshine. I've had to go through like 2 spooky tunnels, and then I've got this up here ahead. And this probably will still look like complete and utter daylight because this camera's low light capabilities are really good. But let me just tell you, it's getting spooky. It's getting a little bit spooky. Also, on a path back there, I walked past this guy who was just standing by a bush. And then as I walked past, he started to go. And I was like, oh my God, no. Absolutely no. And he did it a couple more times and I was just keep on walking. I was like, get my hiking stick ready. Star Wars the shit out of him if he comes near me. And then his dog ran past me. So he's just calling his dog, darlings. It's okay, we're gonna be fine. I can defend myself if needs be. But I didn't realise how much kind of forest we have to actually walk through before we get to the coast. So I'm sure you'll see a bit more of this before we actually do get to the seaside. But this is bringing it all back. I remember walking this and thinking, oh, we're nearly there, nearly done. Oh, I love it. So that woodland might have deceived me slightly because it's not getting too dark just yet. It's still quite light, so I'm okay. There are some very big black clouds over there though. But I remember all of this way from the Saints Way. I had to walk through a farm that I remember walking through. So it's all kind of coming back to me, which is good. We have got 2.6 miles. My train is due to leave in roughly 40 minutes. Will I make it? I'm going to say a big fat no right now, which will mean I'll have to wait another hour for another train. But, you know, why not? C'est la vie. Sorry. Sous la vie. You know? But anyway, onwards on the Saints Way. I'm getting all nostalgic. Okay, full steam ahead. Just came through Polperro, if you remember that little cove that I walked through in the Saints Way. I really don't think I'm going to make this train, which I'm not bothered about, but I still want to give it my best shot, you know. I'm fine. I can sit in the station. I can listen to some podcasts. So I'm not too bothered. Not too bothered at all. And we've still got quite a bit of the coastal path to walk anyway. So I'm not going to rush too much, get a stitch. Do you know what I mean? It's just not worth it, but I'm still going to give it my best shot anyway and walk at a bit of a faster gay pace. I walk fast anyhow, but faster gay pace is what is on the cards for today. Anyway, it's definitely starting to get dark now. You can see all the way over to Par Sands over there. We walked the full length of that last time. This time I don't think we're doing that. We're cutting up through to get to the station. But anyway, I need to concentrate. I need to power walk the rest of this coastal path. And fingers crossed, but no matter if not, we'll get there in a decent time. 10 minutes. 10 minutes is how late I was for the train. But we made it. We made it to Par Station. It is very much dark now. I can hear owls everywhere around me. Yeah, well, there we go. A lovely, lovely hike along the southwest coast path today. I'm going to go and nestle in the station over there somewhere and listen to a podcast. I've got an hour and 10 minutes to wait for my next train. Oh well. Not to worry. But anyway, as I said, thank you so much for joining me on this adventure. I really appreciate it. Leave me some lovely comments down below. If you've got anywhere wonderful you want me to go on the southwest coast path in the next couple months, then feel free to let me know down below as well. I'm also going to be doing some camps and stuff out on Dartmoor, which I cannot wait for. I'm so excited for that. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next adventure. Goodbye.